Hello y'all, this is Palpatine's Gamble, a total conversion mod for Hearts of Iron 4 that takes place in the Star Wars universe during the Clone Wars. This mod includes many new mechanics and is currently in an alpha state as of recording. Here we are on a select country screen, or should I say the select faction screen, and there are 11 notable different little polities here, I guess. I'm just going to go through each of them. And so all of the factions here are the Galactic Republic, the Confederacy of Independent Systems, the Trade Federation, the Commerce Guild, the Techno Union, Mandalore, the Governorate of Concordia, the Intergalactic Banking Clan, Umbara, Ryloth, and Dak. What can we do in this mod? Let's see here. And first thing I want to say is that the UI for this is very good. They redid a lot of stuff for the user interface, and that's pretty neat. And there are like 5 different ideologies here, it looks like, and they are Loyalist, which is what the Galactic Republic starts off as. Then there is Consortium, Separatist, Non-Aligned, and Syndicate. So it's interesting. Consortium and Syndicate are both their own ideologies, which is just fascinating. And this mod has a number of mechanics, so I'm just going to take a brief glance at all of those. So we have some kind of market system where you can purchase items from the corporations of the galaxy. We have ships, it looks like. Yes, so a bunch of different vessels, Venerator class, all this stuff. And there is the IBC menu, and this is important for loans. I think you can take out loans in this mod. And I am playing this on Battle for Bosporus, the Battle of the Bosporus version for Hearts of Iron 4, since Palpatine's Gamble unfortunately has not been updated to the latest version of HOI4 yet as recording. And this is the Bounty Hunter screen. And from this, if we pay credits, we can acquire the services of bounty hunters. And I think what we get out of this is like some special commanders, I don't know, or agents or operatives, I don't know. It's interesting. It's a very interesting system, though. Then we have... okay, that's the bounty hunter system again. And there's notable ones like Bosk here and all that. Moving on. We have a Senate system, which is pretty neat. So there's like a few different factions, and they are the Corporate faction, the Pacifist faction, the Outer Rim faction, and the Militarist faction, which is very interesting, very well made here. Then we have something for Palpatine's missions. You can see what missions Palpatine has assigned to you. And this mod takes place sometime around, I want to say, just before Episode 1. Maybe, well, the Phantom Menace, the prequels of Star Wars, because Palpatine isn't exactly in charge yet. And we have some other things to look at real quick. We have the CIS tech level and the Republic tech level. And the big conflict of this mod is basically the Clone Wars, where the Confederacy of Independent Systems and the Galactic Republic fights one another, and that's the rules summary right there. And let's look at our units now. And this mod adds a whole bunch of new unit types, apparently. So we have Judicial Forces for the Galactic Republic. There's also Land Speeder Infantry, who are like motorized, I guess. We have Senate Guard. And these unit models look pretty neat, I'm not going to lie. Pretty well done for the Star Wars aesthetic, honestly. And let me see here. Let's go and see the tech tree now. We'll look at that. We'll look and see what's there. And let's go to land. That's kind of similar to basic HOI4. There's stuff like speeder bikes here, some versions of tanks, artillery. Support companies seems kind of the same, but it's been made more Star Wars oriented and themed. Land Doctrine is here. Mobile Warfare, Superior Firepower is here. You can have a Blitzkrieg in Star Wars, I guess, if we wanted to. Grand Battle Plan Doctrine is present. Mass Assault Doctrine. Asymmetrical Doctrine, that's new, that's interesting. Now for Naval, this is like the Navy portion of this mod is basically space battles. And this seems appropriate. Naval Doctrine seems about right for Battle of the Bosporus. HOI4, then we have Air. And that's what this is. Very nice. Air Doctrine seems about the same as vanilla. Then there is Engineering, which is identical to base HOI4 it looks like, but there's no rocketry or nuclear technology. Then we have industry, which looks a little different, but it's mostly still the same in a way. And this mod is a work in progress, but everything does look pretty well made thus far. And now let's go over all the factions on this planetary galaxy-wide map. We'll start in the deep core, then we'll go to the mid-rim, and end in the outer rim. So let's start now. We have Black Sun. Here is the Galactic Republic, which is based off of Coruscant. We have the Techno Union, the Poteg Village, Alderaan, which has a military access deal with the Galactic Republic. Here is Kuat. Very interesting planet names and flags. Here's the Trade Federation. Here is Rendili. The Trade Federation again. Corelli, Duro, Bestine, the Techno Union once more, Typhera, Albergrado Ray, and Phrasia, and that's all of the deep core. And let's start in the mid-rim now. And here we have Karida, Ithor. These are some interesting names. I'm not aware of a lot of these planets. We have Taurus, which some Republic divisions are on for some reason. We have Mandalore. Then there is the Governor of Concordia, who is a subject of Mandalore. And it should be noted that the way space combat works in this mod is that you have each planet has like planetary space around it like this for Mandalore. Then there is all of these big hyperspace lanes, and there's just a huge vast area of empty space no one can fight in. So there's just a bunch of hyperspace lanes and planetary space. And going on now with looking at each of the factions, we have Ego or Igo. There is Jabim. Here's the Commerce Guild. There is Transdosha. What is this? Oh, this is Onderon. Kashyyyk. Baz Pity. We're getting through like the middle part of the mid-rim now. Here is Umbara. There's Rusan. Here, what is this? Mimban, yeah, Naboo. Oh, Naboo's here. And there is the Gungan Nation on Naboo. So Naboo and the Gungan Nation are both their own entities here. And in Palpatine's Gamble, there is Imperial Malastare, Solist. Then, is that about it with the mid-rim? We have Eridu with, what is this? This is the Nebula Front. Interesting. So Eridu and the Nebula Front share the same planet. And let's get started in the Outer Rim. This is the last group of factions we're looking at. And here there is the Intergalactic Banking Clan, which controls like 3 planets. Wow. There is Dantooine. After Dantooine, there is Zygera, Korriban, Sereno, what is this here? Oh, that's the Banking Clan. And oh, here's the Confederacy of Independent Systems, led by Count Dooku. Then there is Dathomir, Hondo's gang on the planet of Florum, it looks like. The Commerce Guild, which controls Felucia and Raxus. And south of them is Dak Pamant. Interesting name there. Then we got the Pike Syndicate. And we're getting into the 5 Syndicates territory. And as far as I know, I believe that's like a faction of different crime gangs in the Star Wars galaxy. And the Pike Syndicate has Kessel and Obadiah under their control. Then we have Quanalak Khajiitic. After them is Basadi Khajiitic, and a Khajiitic is like some sort of term relating to the Hutts and crime gangs and families and all sorts of stuff like that. And we have Toydaria. There is Quanalak Khajiitic again, this time on the planet of Nar Shaddaa. Here is Teth, who's part of the 5 Syndicates. And we got, what's this? This is Goran Sala Khajiitic, who's part of the 5 Syndicates. Not shocking. And I mean, this is just 5 Syndicate territory in general, honestly, this portion of the Outer Rim anyway. And continuing onward, we have Bothawoi. Then there is Kamino, who controls Kamino proper, and Rishi Moon. We got Rothana. There's the Techno Union. Here's Ryloth. There is Geonosis. And we have the Dasaji Khajiitic, who controls most of Tatooine, but also on Tatooine is the Tusken Raiders and the Jawas. And north of Tatooine is Rhodia, and west of Tatooine there is multiple planets such as Christophsis, which has a military access deal with the Galactic Republic. Then there is Pantora, Orto Plutonia, Utapau, Sluisvan, Mustafar, and Mustafar has a very strange situation. Part of the Black Sun is there. They are present in that area, on that planet. Then there's some nameless faction, but they seem to be led by Darth Sidious. And we have Hoth after Mustafar, and we have Bespin, and that is our last faction to look at. And this has been Palpatine's Gamble. You can check out the mod in the video description. A link to it is there. What do you think of it? Tell me in the comments section below. And after you do that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications.